Chosen ones, have you ever felt like you don't belong? That's because you've been transformed. You're operating on a higher spiritual plane. Stay with me, and I'll explain why. Your journey is unlike any other. You've been set apart, chosen by God, and elevated beyond the ordinary. In this video, we'll uncover 5 signs that prove you are no longer bound by human limitations and how to fully embrace your divine transformation. Subscribe, activate notifications, and comment 77 to claim your power as a chosen one today. Let's dive into your divine purpose together. The first sign is unyielding strength. Comment with strength if this resonates with you. Chosen ones, your strength is not like the strength the world admires. It's not measured by muscle or force, but by your unshakable spirit and resilience. This strength defies explanation because it doesn't come from you. It comes from a higher source. It's spiritual resilience, a quiet power that keeps you steady when others falter, rooted in your connection with God. This strength isn't something you acquire overnight. It's forged in the fire of trials and tribulations. Every time you face rejection, betrayal, or adversity and refuse to give up, you've been building this unyielding strength. Think of David standing before Goliath in 1 Samuel 17 verses 45 to 47. David's strength didn't come from his physical size or military training. It came from his unwavering faith in God's power. While others saw an unbeatable giant, David saw an opportunity to let God's might shine through him. With a single stone, propelled by faith, David triumphed over the impossible. This same spiritual strength resides within you. It's what allows you to stand firm when others try to undermine or control you. People may try to bring you down, but their efforts bounce off, leaving you untouched. This isn't because you're immune to pain or challenges, but because your strength is anchored in God, not in external circumstances. Isaiah 41 verse 10 reminds us, "Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness." Chosen ones, have you ever noticed how you endure things that would break others? This is not a coincidence. It's a sign of your calling. Your ability to persevere in the face of adversity isn't just about survival. It's about thriving and becoming a testimony to God's power. The enemy may try to shake you, but your foundation is unmovable because it's built on God's promises. This unyielding strength also serves a purpose beyond yourself. It's not just about getting through your trials. It's about inspiring others. People watch how you handle adversity, even if they never tell you. Your strength becomes a beacon, showing others that it's possible to overcome life's challenges through faith. Like Paul and Silas singing hymns in prison, Acts 16 verses 25 to 26. Your resilience can lead to breakthroughs not just for you but for those around you. But let's be clear, this strength doesn't mean you won't feel weary at times. Even the strongest chosen ones have moments of exhaustion. Yet, it's in those moments of weakness that God's strength is made perfect. As Paul wrote in 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9, "My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." When you feel like you can't go on, that's when God steps in to carry you, renewing your spirit and fortifying your resolve. This unyielding strength also acts as a shield against negativity. People who don't understand your light may try to dim it. Their words or actions might be intended to discourage or distract you. But as a chosen one, your strength allows you to rise above these tactics. You don't need to retaliate or defend yourself because you know that God fights your battles. Exodus 14 verse 14 reminds us, "The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace." Your strength is not just a defensive force. It's also a driving force. It propels you forward, even when the road is difficult. You keep moving, not because it's easy, but because you know your journey has a purpose. This determination is a hallmark of the chosen. You don't quit when things get tough because you understand that your trials are not setbacks. They are setups for something greater. This spiritual strength also manifests in how you handle uncertainty. While others may crumble under the weight of the unknown, you find peace in trusting God's plan. You may not have all the answers, but you walk in faith, knowing that God has already gone before you. This trust is what allows you to remain calm in the storm, confident that the same God who has brought you through past challenges will guide you through whatever comes next. Have you ever wondered why people sometimes seem drawn to you in their own moments of weakness? It's because they sense your strength, even if they can't put it into words. Your unyielding resilience is a reflection of God's power at work in you, and it becomes a source of hope for those who are struggling. Chosen ones, this strength is your testimony. It's the evidence of God's hand on your life, shaping you into a vessel for His glory. It's not about being perfect or never feeling weak. It's about standing firm in the knowledge that God is your strength and your shield. Comment with strength if you've experienced this resilience in your own life. Share your story and inspire others with the ways God has strengthened you in your journey. This unyielding strength is not just for you. It's for the people you're called to impact. Embrace it, nurture it, and let it propel you into the purpose God has for your life. Remember, you are not walking this path alone. God is with you, and His strength is made perfect in your weakness. Keep standing, chosen ones. Your strength is a light that cannot be extinguished. The second sign is the rebound effect. Comment with rebound if you've seen this in action. Chosen ones, have you noticed how negativity, no matter how strong or persistent, never seems to land on you the way it's intended? It's not luck, coincidence, or karma. It's divine protection at work in your life. The rebound effect is one of the clearest signs that God's hand is over you. When people attempt to undermine you, harm you, or send ill will your way, their efforts often backfire, leaving them to face the consequences of their own intentions. This isn't about revenge or retribution. It's about God's promise to protect His chosen ones. Romans 8 verse 31 declares, "If God be for us, who can be against us?" This truth is your shield, ensuring that no weapon formed against you will prosper. The rebound effect is not random. It's a reflection of God's justice and His commitment to fight your battles. He sees every act of malice, every lie told, and every attempt to harm you, and He ensures that those actions cannot touch the destiny He has prepared for you. Think about the story of Haman in the book of Esther. Haman devised an elaborate plan to destroy Mordecai, a man chosen by God, and even built a gallows to execute him. But instead of succeeding in his plot, Haman's plans backfired spectacularly. The very gallows he built for Mordecai became the instrument of his own downfall. Esther 7 verse 10. This is the rebound effect in action. The schemes of the enemy turning back on themselves, leaving God's chosen untouched and victorious. Have you ever experienced a situation where someone's attempt to harm you seemed to fall apart before your eyes? Maybe it was a co-worker spreading false rumors, only to have the truth revealed in a way that elevated you instead. Or perhaps it was someone trying to block an opportunity, only for that obstacle to lead you to something even better. These aren't coincidences. They are divine interventions that showcase God's faithfulness to His promises. This rebound effect isn't just about external attacks. It also applies to spiritual warfare. As a chosen one, you are often targeted by spiritual forces that seek to discourage or distract you. But even in the spiritual realm, God's protection is unyielding. Psalm 91 verses 11 to 12 reassures us, "For He shall give His angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone." When spiritual attacks come your way, they cannot penetrate the shield of protection that surrounds you. The rebound effect is also a reflection of your elevated state as a chosen one. Your connection to God sets you apart, creating a spiritual barrier that repels negativity and darkness. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges or opposition. Far from it. In fact, your light often attracts resistance because it exposes the darkness in others. But no matter how strong the attack, it cannot succeed because the power within you is greater than anything coming against you. Consider David's words in Psalm 23, verse 5. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. This imagery of a feast in the midst of opposition is a perfect picture of the rebound effect. While others plot your downfall, God is elevating you, providing for you, and displaying His favor in ways that cannot be denied. The rebound effect also serves as a reminder that vengeance is not your responsibility. It belongs to God. Romans 12 verse 19 instructs, Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Your role as a chosen one is not to fight back or retaliate, but to trust that God will handle every injustice in His time and in His way. This divine protection doesn't just shield you, it strengthens you. Knowing that God is your defender gives you the confidence to walk through life with boldness and peace. You don't have to worry about what others might say or do, because you know that their efforts will ultimately fail. This freedom allows you to focus on your purpose, unburdened by fear or anxiety. The rebound effect also has a profound impact on those who witness it. When people see how negativity fails to harm you and how you continue to rise above every challenge, it becomes a testimony to God's power and faithfulness. Your life becomes a living example of Isaiah 54 verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. Chosen ones, the rebound effect is a constant reminder of who you are and whose you are. It's a sign that you are walking in alignment with God's will and that His promises are being fulfilled in your life. Have you seen this in action? Comment with rebound and share your story. Your testimony can inspire others to trust in God's protection and walk confidently in their calling. This is your assurance. No matter what comes against you, it will not succeed. God's presence surrounds you like a shield, reflecting darkness back to its source and ensuring that your path remains clear. Walk boldly, chosen ones, knowing that you are divinely protected and unstoppable. Your light will continue to shine, no matter how much others may try to dim it. These signs aren't random. They're proof that you're living in alignment with divine purpose. But the most challenging and transformative signs are still to come. Are you ready to discover what makes you truly unstoppable? Your support keeps this mission alive. Remember to activate all the notifications to help us continue delivering life-changing messages. Every contribution makes a difference. The third sign is divine purpose. Comment with purpose if you're living this truth. Chosen ones, your life is not random or insignificant. Every moment, every trial, every triumph is part of a greater story. A story that isn't just about you. Your life is a beacon, a light that shines so brightly it illuminates the path for others. Your journey, marked by challenges and victories, is designed to inspire those around you to discover their own potential and purpose. When you carry a divine purpose, you sense that your life is meant for something far greater than personal ambition or material success. It's not about chasing validation or building worldly accolades. It's about fulfilling a mission that God Himself has entrusted to you. Like Esther, who was placed in a position of influence to save her people, you have been called for such a time as this. Esther 4 verse 14. Esther didn't seek out her position. It was divinely orchestrated. But when the moment came to act, she rose to the occasion, knowing that her purpose was bigger than her comfort or fear. Your divine purpose often reveals itself in the moments when you feel most stretched or challenged. These are the times when God is preparing you for something greater. Consider the story of Joseph. Betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and imprisoned unjustly, Joseph endured years of hardship. Yet, through it all, he remained faithful to God. Eventually, Joseph's trials positioned him to become a leader in Egypt, saving countless lives during a famine. In Genesis 50 verse 20, Joseph tells his brothers, "But as for you, ye thought evil against me, but God meant it unto good, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save much people alive." Your purpose, like Joseph's, is not just about you. It's about the lives you are called to impact. Every obstacle you face has been a stepping stone to prepare you for the influence and responsibility of your calling. Your story is a testimony of God's faithfulness, and it has the power to encourage others who are walking through their own challenges. Living with divine purpose also means walking a path that often feels misunderstood or lonely. Because your mission is unique, others may not always understand your choices or the sacrifices you make. You might find yourself swimming against the current, standing firm in your values when the world pressures you to conform. But this is the price of carrying a purpose that is not of this world. As Jesus said in John 15, verse 19, "If ye were the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you." This divine assignment also requires a deep level of trust and surrender. There will be moments when the path ahead is unclear, when you wonder if you're truly making a difference. In these times, it's important to remember that your purpose is not measured by visible results, but by your obedience to God's calling. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths." Chosen ones, your purpose is a light that shines brightest in the darkness. The world is filled with people searching for meaning, hope, and truth, and your life is a reflection of God's love and power. When you live authentically, aligned with your calling, you become a living testimony of what it means to walk in faith. This purpose also comes with a responsibility to steward your gifts wisely. God has equipped you with talents, experiences, and resources that are uniquely suited to your mission. Like the parable of the talents in Matthew 25 verses 14 to 30, you are called to use what God has given you to produce fruit, not to bury it in fear or complacency. Your gifts are not just for you. They are meant to bless others and glorify God. Have you ever noticed how your presence seems to draw people in, even if you're not seeking attention? This is because your purpose carries a divine energy that resonates with those who are searching for something greater. People may seek your guidance, look to you for inspiration, or simply feel uplifted by your presence. These moments are not accidental. They are opportunities to shine your light and point others toward God. Divine purpose also means being willing to grow through discomfort. Growth is rarely easy, but it is necessary for fulfilling your calling. God will stretch you, challenge you, and refine you, not to break you but to strengthen you. Like a diamond formed under pressure, your purpose is revealed through the trials you endure. Romans 8 verse 28 assures us, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose." Have you experienced moments when your journey felt bigger than yourself, when you sensed that your life was part of a divine plan? These are the signs that you are living in alignment with your purpose. Comment with purpose if you're living this truth, and share how your journey has inspired others. Chosen ones, your life is not just about achieving goals or overcoming challenges. It's about leaving a legacy that points others to God. Embrace your purpose with confidence, knowing that every step you take is part of a greater plan. Your calling is not a burden. It's a privilege, a divine assignment that will bring light and hope to a world in need. Trust the process and let your purpose shine. The fourth sign is resilience in adversity. Comment with resilience if you've overcome challenges. Chosen ones, resilience is one of the most powerful and defining signs of your divine calling. It's the ability not only to withstand hardship, but to rise stronger and more purposeful because of it. Every challenge you face is not a defeat. It's a stepping stone to your growth. When others are crushed by adversity, you endure, thrive, and transform setbacks into incredible comebacks. Your resilience is not simply a matter of willpower. It is a reflection of God's strength working through you. When life storms rage, your foundation remains firm because it is built on the promises of God. Psalm 46 verse 1 reminds us, "God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble." This unshakable foundation enables you to press forward even when the odds seem insurmountable. Consider the story of Joseph, whose life was a series of extraordinary trials and triumphs. Betrayed by his brothers and sold into slavery, Joseph could have easily succumbed to despair. Instead, he remained faithful to God, even when he was falsely accused and imprisoned. His resilience allowed him to endure years of hardship, trusting that God had a greater purpose for his life. In the end, Joseph rose to a position of power, becoming a ruler in Egypt and saving countless lives during a famine. His words in Genesis 50 verse 20 capture the essence of resilience. "But as for you, ye thought evil against me, but God meant it unto good, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save much people alive." Joseph's story reminds us that adversity is not a detour. It is part of the journey. Every trial you face has the potential to shape you into the person God created you to be. Resilience is about more than survival. It's about transformation. Each challenge refines your character, deepens your faith, and equips you to fulfill your divine purpose. Your resilience also serves as a testimony to others. When people see you rise above your circumstances, they are inspired to do the same. Your life becomes a beacon of hope, showing that with God, all things are possible. As Paul wrote in 2 Corinthians 4 verses 8 to 9, "We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not forsaken, cast down, but not destroyed." These words encapsulate the spirit of resilience that defines chosen ones. But let's be honest, resilience doesn't mean you never feel the weight of your challenges. There will be moments of doubt, exhaustion, and even tears. Yet, it's in these moments of vulnerability that God's strength shines brightest. As Paul wrote in 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9, "My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." When you feel like you can't go on, God steps in to carry you, renewing your strength and reminding you that you are never alone. Resilience also involves learning from your experiences. Each setback carries a lesson, a tool that prepares you for the road ahead. Have you ever faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable at the time, only to look back and realize how it prepared you for a greater opportunity? This is not a coincidence. It's God's way of equipping you for the next chapter of your journey. Your resilience is a reflection of your faith. It's a declaration that you trust God's plan, even when you don't understand it. This trust allows you to remain steadfast, knowing that God is working all things together for your good. Romans 8 verse 28 assures us, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose." Chosen ones, your resilience is also a shield against the negativity and opposition you face. When people see that their attempts to bring you down have no effect, it not only frustrates their efforts, but also highlights the divine power at work in your life. Your ability to remain calm, focused, and unwavering in the face of adversity is a testament to the God who strengthens you. This resilience doesn't just benefit you, it impacts everyone around you. Your perseverance inspires others to keep going, even when they feel like giving up. It demonstrates that setbacks are not the end of the story, but a part of the process that leads to greater victories. Your resilience becomes a ripple effect, encouraging others to trust in God and embrace their own journeys with courage and faith. Have you ever faced a situation that seemed impossible, only to come through it stronger and wiser? These experiences are not just moments of survival. They are markers of your resilience and evidence of God's hand on your life. Comment with resilience if you've experienced this transformation, and share how God has used your challenges to strengthen and refine you. Chosen ones, your resilience is a gift. It is the armor that protects you in battles, the fuel that drives you forward, and the light that guides others to hope and faith. Embrace it, nurture it, and trust that every trial you face is preparing you for something extraordinary. Your resilience is not just about enduring adversity. It's about thriving, rising, and fulfilling the divine purpose God has placed on your life. Trust Him and keep moving forward. And now, the ultimate sign of your transformation. This is what separates the chosen from the ordinary. It's the most difficult, but also the most empowering realization. Are you ready to step fully into your divine identity? The fifth sign is a reflection of divine light. Chosen ones, your presence is powerful. It isn't just about who you are or what you do. It's about what you carry. You radiate a light that shifts atmospheres, reveals truths, and exposes darkness. This light is not your own. It's the reflection of God's glory within you. It is His divine presence, His power, and His truth shining through your life, and it cannot be ignored. When Jesus said in Matthew 5, verse 16, "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven," He wasn't simply giving advice. He was issuing a command. As a chosen one, your life is meant to glorify God by reflecting His light. This light is not passive, it is active. It illuminates the path for others, exposes what is hidden, and challenges those around you to confront their own truths. This light often makes others uncomfortable. Darkness does not like to be exposed, and the presence of your light can stir discomfort in those who are not ready to face their own shadows. Have you ever noticed how some people seem uneasy or even hostile around you for no apparent reason? It's not about you. It's about what your light represents. Your life serves as a mirror, reflecting both God's love and the areas where others may need to grow. But this light is also a beacon of hope. For those who are lost, struggling, or seeking truth, your light becomes a guide, pointing them toward God's love and redemption. It's not about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about being willing to let God work through you. In John 8, verse 12, Jesus said, "I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life." As His follower, you carry this light with you, offering hope and direction to those around you. Reflecting divine light is not without its challenges. The brighter your light shines, the more opposition you may face. Darkness doesn't give up easily, and as a chosen one, you may encounter resistance from those who feel threatened by your presence. This resistance can take many forms: criticism, misunderstanding, jealousy, but it is not a reflection of your worth. It's a testament to the power of the light you carry. Consider the story of Moses in Exodus 34, verses 29 to 35. When Moses came down from Mount Sinai after speaking with God, his face was radiant with God's glory. The Israelites were afraid to come near him because of the brightness of his face. Moses had to cover his face with a veil, not because there was anything wrong with the light, but because the people were not yet ready to face it. Similarly, your light may provoke strong reactions in others, but it is not something to be hidden or diminished. Your light also serves as a spiritual compass, helping you navigate your own path. When you allow God's light to guide you, you are less likely to be swayed by the opinions or actions of others. Psalm 119, verse 105 reminds us, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path." This divine guidance keeps you aligned with your purpose and protects you from distractions and detours. Have you ever walked into a room and felt the atmosphere change? This is the power of your light in action. Your presence carries a divine authority that can bring peace to chaos, hope to despair, and clarity to confusion. This is not something you achieve on your own. It is a result of God's presence dwelling within you. As 2 Corinthians 4, verse 6 says, "For God, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, hath shined in our hearts, to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ." Reflecting divine light also requires humility. It's important to remember that the light you carry is not about you. It's about God. Your role is to be a vessel, allowing His glory to shine through your actions, words, and decisions. This humility keeps you grounded and reminds you that your purpose is to point others toward God, not to seek glory for yourself. Have you experienced moments where your light seemed to impact others, even when you weren't trying? These are signs that God is working through you in ways you may not even realize. Comment with "light" if you've seen this in your own life. Your testimony can inspire others to embrace their role as carriers of God's light. Chosen ones, your light is a gift, a responsibility, and a reflection of the divine. Embrace it, nurture it, and let it shine boldly. The world needs your light now more than ever. Trust that as you walk in your purpose, God will continue to strengthen and guide you, allowing His light to shine even brighter through you. Remember, you are not just reflecting light. You are reflecting His love, His truth, and His glory. Let it shine. But this light comes with responsibility. How you steward it determines the impact you'll have on the world. Are you ready to embrace the fullness of your divine transformation? Watch the next video to learn how to maximize your impact as a chosen one and navigate the challenges of carrying this light. Chosen ones, you are no longer bound by human limitations. These signs aren't just proof of your transformation. They're an invitation to step fully into your divine identity. Subscribe, activate notifications, and comment, "I am the chosen one," if you have come this far today. Remember, your journey is extraordinary, and God is with you every step of the way. Don't miss what's next. Watch the linked video to continue your transformation.